here on We the People, we want to better the lives of everyone in our community, including our furry friends. So here now to tell us all about a canine, and feline CPR and first aid certification class are Amy Roskilly and Diane Pekarek. Thank you so much for being here. And Stanley, you were ready to jump.
Stanley wanted to get on camera. Okay. Stanley wanted to be on camera. Right. It's okay, buddy.
He's excited.
He is excited.
Yeah, excited because we're all excited, I think, to learn about this, because this isn't something, I don't know if most pet owners think about this.
Right.
CPR and first aid, and that's Samson. Hi, Samson.
This is Samson.
Samson's a little calmer, I think, than Stanley. It's okay. We'll get
Stanley's getting there. Stanley's getting there.
All right. So first of all, tell us about the importance of learning these skills.
Yeah. So one of the things I love most about Cleveland is that it's very pet friendly. So you can go to restaurants and you can go to fairs, and people are taking their dogs and cats to work, which is great, but it just exposes them to more risks. And the benefits definitely outweigh the risks, but the risks are there. So with this class, we learn how to deal with things that might happen.
Okay. And so we do want to talk a little bit more about how, there's a class, but you can give us a few tips here. You can show us kind of an example of what a class would be like.
Yeah, these two want to get to know each other.
They do. They like each other. They really do.
Do you need me to hold Samson?
Let's come over here.
Go on, Sam.
Boy.
Good boy.
You guys can get to be friends after
Stanley.
this.
Stanley. So what are some things? I mean, what's one thing maybe you could show our viewers?
Well, one of the things, people want to look at a dog and think that they can look at its nose and tell whether it's healthy or not. Okay. Like, oh, it has a wet nose or it doesn't have a wet nose. And that's kind of a fallacy. One of the things you can really easily look at is their gums. And that'll tell you whether they're too hot, too cold, whether they're dehydrated, whether they're excited about having a cat nearby.
You're okay, babe.
Okay. So, in the class, we talk about how to tell these things just by looking at the gums. And all you have to do is, good boy, is lift up the flue and look at the color of the gums.
Okay.
That can tell you so much. In the class, we talk about, okay, if the gums are pink, what does that mean? If they're cherry red, if they're blue, what all the different colors mean. And that, within seconds, tells you the health of your dog or cat.
And so you host these classes.
We do. Yes, I'm with Tales from the City.
Yeah, and why did you think it was important to bring it to people?
You know, I'm certified in CPR and first aid for humans, and in my life, it's presented itself to me 6 times already. Now, I've never had to do it, but I've been there in case it does, in case I'd have to use what I've learned. And I'm really a big advocate for it. And I love arming myself with information, so I feel empowered to do the right thing should an emergency arise.
And so tell us a little bit more about Tales from the City. What is it that you do?
Sure, Tales from the City is an all-cat shelter, so we're all crazy cat people. It is a nonprofit, all-volunteer shelter. We have an adoption and activity center in North Olmsted, and that's where we host our classes. We have available animals available at 4 PetSmart locations and at our adoption center. And Stanley here is a former, sorry you guys, but Stanley is not up for adoption, but Stanley is a former Tales cat, so he's an alumni.
Okay,
yeah.
And so, we've heard a little bit more about some of the classes that you have as well. You do more than just this class.
We do. We have a really cute one called Kitten Kindergarten. We have a litter box issues. We have feline behavior, how to talk to your cat. Believe it or not, cats do talk to you. You just have to read the signs. And so there's so many training classes for dogs, but there's really not any for cats. So I think we're very unique in that we have these classes.
All right. And so these classes are available for other people as well, organizations. Tell us about that. You said you can use them as a fundraiser
You can use them as a fundraiser, so nonprofits can hold this class, and then up to 20% of the proceeds will go back to them. We have classes for kids to learn CPR and first aid for their pets. We have classes of learning about equine health. Shelters hold them, pet parents come to them. So it's really for anybody who loves their dogs and cats.
All right, and so thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think this was the most active we've been here on We the People, and that we weren't expecting it to be. So we appreciate it. And so we want to tell you a little bit more about these classes. The K9 and Feline CPR and First Aid Certification class is on Saturday, February 22nd from 9 in the morning until noon at Tales from the City Adoption and Activity Center. That's in North Olmsted. For more information, visit talesfromthecitycleveland.org, and to register for the class, visit Tales from the City Cleveland Facebook page, or you can go to petemergencyeducation.com. And again, Samson and Stanley, thank you so much for being here. And they are not up for adoption.